Welcome, mortals, to the Countess and Christoff Variety Channel. Today, we're going to do a fun recipe in the kitchen that is sure to please even your little monsters.
The little monsters are going to be happy with this?
Yeah, I love this.
But there's all these vegetables things.
Yep.
Monsters don't like vegetables.
Well, I think this is a great fun way to get your little monster to eat more vegetables.
I know. Well, let's see what do we got, Countess?
We're making taco salad with a fun special surprise ingredient. Okay,
everyone loves tacos.
Yeah. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make up a little bit of dressing. Okay, so as far as difficulty rating, I'd probably say this is 2 quarts difficulty rating. Only because you get to chop all the vegetables.
2 quarts, absolutely.
All right, so dressing first. I'm going to set my veggies aside. So the dressing is pretty simple. You're going to take some Catalina dressing or honey French marinade, and you just kind of eyeball it, you know.
Depends on how much you're making.
Yeah, this is probably feed a family of 4. So I'd say about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of fajita sauce. If you can't find fajita sauce, you can also use taco sauce in a can, or even some salsa if you don't mind the chunks, where you can get a smoother salsa. And then you can pick also your heat level. This is about a medium to mild heat. I'm going to put about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons in there, so good generous amount. We're basically making like a Western dressing. All right, so next off, some spices. This is chili lime spice. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon. One of my favorites, dried parsley, 1 teaspoon. And then we gotta thin it out with some apple cider vinegar, about 1 tablespoon. Just splash it in there. That's gonna get a little added zest. And then we're just gonna whisk it all up. Would you like to whisk the honors?
I shall whisk the honors.
If it's a little too tart, you can thin it down with some more water. You just want a nice, really thin vinaigrette. And then we're going to set this aside and allow it to marinate while we do everything else.
I think that should be good.
That looks great. Yeah, you just want to mix everything in. Don't forget a little finger taste. Got a taste test.
Very good.
All right. So next off, we need to start browning our ground beef. First, I'm going to chop up an onion to give you, because we don't like our onions raw, and neither do little monsters for the most part. So we want to cook the onion with the ground beef. You want to use a serrated knife when you're cutting an onion, but a fine serrated knife, not a flat knife. You'll get better cuts. Easiest way to cut an onion is chop off both the top and the bottom, make a slice through one layer, and peel the outer layer, and that gets rid of all your waste. Another favorite trick is then to rinse off your onion, knife, and cutting board with cold water to prevent tears.
Well, Countess, the vegetables always cry when we murder them.
I meant for me, not the onion.
Oh, okay.
We just want to dice it into nice dice pieces. They don't even have to be too small. Alright, so Christoff is going to heat up his pan on medium-high heat before adding the onions.
Countess, would you like a little olive oil in there as well?
Yep, just a light drizzle.
You got it.
So into the pan.
We're just going to let these cook down a little bit before we add our meat.
Yep, you just want your onions nice and translucent. Next, I'm going to chop up the rest of the vegetables. We're going to start with lettuce. So what I love about salad is you get to be your own creator. You get to decide what you want in there. I'm just using a head of regular butter lettuce. I like mine finely chopped. I'm just going to put it in the bowl. Alright, so now that we got our head of lettuce in there, it's time to add the fun stuff. I'm going to start with some bell peppers. My favorite tip about bell peppers is when you're buying them in the store, if you look for the kind with 4 nodes on the bottom, they'll be sweeter than the ones with 3.
Okay, already into nice and translucent. I'm now going to add 1 pound of ground meat. Now, the nice thing about this too is you can add any type of meat you like. You like chicken, beef, whatever.
Yeah, it's very versatile. And you don't want to break it into too small pieces either.
Okay.
You want to kind of leave them like bite-sized morsels of meat. You don't want to keep mashing it with the spatula right away. You want to let it brown a little. We like bell peppers, so we're going to use 2.
For the meat, we're just going to season with a little salt and pepper. No extra seasoning needed.
That's right, because your seasoning's in your dressing.
I'm surprised we haven't had a Sybil or Angel sighting yet.
I know to stay out of the kitchen when I'm cooking, for the most part. I said the most part.
You do get your little kitchen helper up here sometimes.
That's allowed. That's not in the kitchen. That's their designated spot. They're trained to know that that's the only place they can go while I cook. Or you.
I heard that.
What? You cook too?
Oh, I thought you meant that was I was trained to stay out of the kitchen.
No.
Oh.
Next, I'm going to add some fresh cucumber. I'm just going to cut it into pretty thick slices and quarter them. Alright, next, some beautiful tomatoes. These are just tomatoes on the vine. Oh, Christoff, I think my bowl is too small already. I'm going to throw some carrot matchsticks in there just for a little extra crunch. And carrots are good for your eyesight. Christoff and I love artichokes, so artichoke hearts are going in. I'm just going to take them out of the can, look them over on my cutting board, make sure they didn't leave any spines on because nobody likes to eat those. Sometimes I'll even cut them in half and take the heart off and put the heart and the top in later.
Alright, Countess, I think we're ready for the meat to be done.
Great. give it a quick drain.
And then where would you like it?
Just set it in, leave it in the strainer until I'm ready for it.
You got it. You always want to drain the meat because you don't want all that extra grease.
Yeah, it's supposed to be healthy. I'm also going to add a can of whole kernel corn. Kind of like Tex-Mex. This is drained, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can also add like beans, black beans. Yeah, Christoff doesn't like beans, so we don't put it in ours.
I like green beans.
Give it a mix. Alright, so final 3 ingredients. Our ground beef mix is going to go on top. Great. And then our dressing. And our secret ingredient, which is 1 bag of nacho cheese chips. Or Cool Ranch chips in our case. So I'm going to crush these up. I know, it's thin. Smells good. You want them kind of in small little pieces. It's still too big. I always make too much of this, but that's okay.
It gets eaten.
And our dressing. Then you just want to mix it up, serve, and enjoy. All right, thanks for joining us tonight on today's episode. Thanks for hanging out all the way to the end so you caught every little moment. If you have another recipe you'd like us to try, or if you have any ideas for recipes you saw trending and you want us to check out, give us a comment. Let us know. Don't forget to like today's content. And as always,
make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep. And don't forget to share so that we find other people who might like what we do here. Thank you for joining us again, and
good evening, mortals.
bye. See you next time in the lab.